Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pipe Farthing. I have I think, a fun video for us all here that will lead to some other videos, I think. I'm reaching out for feedback. I'm reaching out for advice on blending tobacco. I have here, which is, I'm going to smoke this in just a moment, my third iteration of a blend that I'm trying to achieve a certain outcome with. And the outcome that I'm searching for is a blend that is suited for one of my most favorite places to go in the world, and that is the Old Family Farm in Upper Wisconsin. And this is a place which I'll share more about that later on, not in this video, but later on. But it is an inactive farm in the rolling hills of northern Wisconsin. And the views from this house, this land, the early 1900s Dutch dairy barn are just somewhat unbeatable. All things being equal, pound for pound, however you want to say that. And it is a place that I find an immense amount of rest in. It is a place that my family goes for leisure, to read, to pray, and to watch old movies. When we go there, we tend to very rarely, if at all, when we watch something on the television, one, there's no TV there. There's a DVD player with remember the old school, massive, big screen box TVs? They're like 50 some inches or something like that, and or 60 inch. And only the rich people had those in the 80s and 90s. Well, my wife's grandparents who owned this farm, they were by no means rich, but they had one of these TVs. But man, growing up as a kid, if a friend had one of those TVs, that's where you wanted to be, and that's where you wanted to play Super Mario Brothers on. And anyway, they have this old TV there, which we thought about getting rid of because the video isn't great, the audio's not great, but we don't watch anything but old movies and old shows. One of our favorite things to watch there is the original series of All Creatures Great and Small. And we do a lot of reading there. And in fact, what started maybe 2 years ago now is while we're there, if we're there for the week, before we leave, my father-in-law makes what we call the Harriet meal. And from All Creatures Great and Small, because everything is done so properly, but so real and so humanly there. And when they eat, it is it's a point of reflection. It's enjoyed with good company, it's prepared well, and it's enjoyed well. And so he has been making a Harriet meal, and it's just absolutely delightful. I could go on and on about how I love that place, and the conversations in the morning, the books that I read, the fruitfulness of prayer there. It's just remarkable. So I am trying to create a blend that fits that location. And I think I'm close. I'm not all the way there, but I'm going to smoke this now. I've had this blend mixed for probably a month now, and it's starting to get a little bit better than when one weekend. But it's still missing something. It's extremely smooth, but it is lacking a little bit of flavor. Just something that stands out. It's got good flavor, but it's smooth, and I want something to pop a little bit more. I do have Latakia in it. I think I want to add a little bit more Latakia percentage, but I do have Burleys in here. I do have some black Cavendish that's topped with vanilla. A few different Orientals. One is also topped with vanilla, and I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to go into the details. I don't want to skew it too much. I'm thinking maybe it needs maybe a little bit more complexity in the Burley, although there are 3 different Burleys in here. Or did I go too much that I'm mellowing everything out? I'm canceling out one flavor because of another one. I don't think I'm too complex. but I might be. So here's my question after I get this lit. And that question is, what is one piece of advice or one thing you have learned? And I only want one. I don't want 2, 3, 4. I don't want a paragraph. I just want one thing that you would have me know about your blending experience. What is something I should look out for? What is one thing that has worked for you time and time again? Yeah, what piece of advice would you have for me? Or what is one thing I should know about your blending experience? And I'm looking at that to have that sort of conversation to keep learning and to keep trying things out. I have a couple ideas on my next iteration here, how I can get a little bit more of some flavor to pop out of this thing. Maybe just add in a little bit more Latakia. I went a little careful on that because I didn't want to overpower it, but I think a little bit more of that will help. Once I get it down, I am going to give some of it away. But for the sake of this video, feel free to respond in the comments, or if you also have a YouTube channel, feel free to make a response video letting me know what you have learned about blending, what is something that I should know as I continue this wonderful experience and look to order some more blending tobaccos. So I am smoking my own blend today. I'll share the name once I get it down, but I'm smoking it out of a Peterson pipe. It's a Shamrock pipe, and it is the X105 shape. It's a P-lip, and I like it very much. It was my first Peterson. I don't pull it out too much anymore these days, but I do love it. It's a really nice pipe. I look forward to your responses. Until next time, God bless you. Have a wonderful week.